those are things that we like go through just in our daily life, like outside of dating and love. And I think when you're always trying to be careful about how you express yourself, sometimes it can teach you unknowingly to like silence your intuition, or apologize for expressing what your needs are. I wouldn't say there was like a formal meeting. I would just see this person a lot. Like in my neighborhood at certain events that we went to. So it was like our paths would just keep crossing, so it wasn't like, yo, I met them through a mutual friend or something like that.
Yeah.
This particular person would just keep appearing and reappearing in my environment. He's handsome, but it was kind of like I felt like I knew this person before, even though we never really met or knew each other from the past. It was like I had already known them. Some people may believe in past lives, some people may not, but it was kind of like I knew them from another lifetime because they felt so familiar. It was more so like a spiritual connection, more so than physical.
Okay.
So even just being in this person's presence, or things that they would just do in their own life for themselves would really inspire me to become a better version of myself. And I felt very attracted to that. I think more so for this particular circumstance, I would say the timing definitely made things really challenging. I talked to a lot of people who have been married or have been in relationships that have been absolutely excruciatingly painful. And what I have learned is that love is not about peaches and roses. It's not about two people just clinging to each other. And I think that that's what a lot of people in our generation expect from other people. I think even the greatest relationships have their own set of challenges. What made the dynamic challenging was the timing, and just where we were in our own individual lives. I still have hope. I think the ideal relationship really works when two people are truly grounded within themselves. Because if I'm not stable, how can I expect somebody else to bring stability if I'm not stable? So it's like one person's like this and another is like this. And I think I had to really work on myself to become really grounded and stable as a woman. I would be a little bit more direct with expressing what I want. I don't think it's a bad thing for women to take the lead sometimes. And, sometimes we're so afraid to do that because we're taught that, like, he should come approach you. And while that may be true, I think, like, as women, we should also, like, look at what our power is and know that it's okay to be a little bit more direct with men about what we want and to just really express how we feel. And then I think so much so as Black women, like, it's like we're in a bind with having to be careful about what we say because we're always being silenced. I know for me, like, I always have to watch myself because I don't want to come off wrong or come off too aggressive or too assertive or like I have an attitude or like I'm too emotional. And, those are things that we like go through just in our daily life, like outside of dating and love. And I think when you're always trying to be careful about how you express yourself, sometimes it can teach you unknowingly to like silence your intuition, or apologize for expressing what your needs are. I think a lot of it comes from that, which sometimes can be traced to childhood. If I were to like tell my younger self anything, I would tell her to just really be direct about what you want and not apologize for it. I would tell her to love herself a little more, to not resent the heartache, but to embrace it. I know it may sound cliche, but I think every experience, if you choose to really be present in it, can give you a source of wisdom, you know? And I think that I've had to really work on becoming freer after every heartbreak. You know, like I know a lot of women who become really bitter, and I think like that's so messed up, you know, for the lack of a better word. When I hear a lot of Black women speak, and I think about myself as a Black woman, I hear so many Black women say how they don't feel safe, you know, but then it's like when I express that to other people, there's a rebuttal or a counter argument about why we shouldn't feel that way. But if so many Black women are saying that, I think we should go a little bit deeper with like listening, you know, and be like, why is that? And I think we carry that into our relationships. And so it's not so much so you try to change yourself, but just being aware of when that comes up, you know, when you're trying to relate to someone else.